Aquarius, your December reading. So the highs have been really high, and yes, the lows have felt really damn low at the same time. Towards the end of November, coming into December, we're entering into eclipse energy. So there is a new moon solar eclipse around the 3rd or 4th of the month of December. So I do believe it is around now, Aquarius, that the new beginnings start taking place, or the energy of like fresh cycles beginning. But it does seem like towards the end of November and the first couple of days of December, you had to work hard on like really letting go of some shit in your life and bringing back some harmony and balance in your life, because the extremes were too hard to deal with. You may have felt like you were torn very much between family issues, family commitments, like feeling the responsibility of like your family members' happiness even, and then you're like very much torn between not wanting to have anything to do with some of these people at all, and like just turning your phone off and not even responding to these people anymore. So it's kind of just like a situation of something about the end of November, how that month just drew to a close, was like you feeling this sentiment of all good things must come to an end. It does seem like new beginnings are in store for you, especially towards the end of December. But before we get there, let's look at Sagittarius season. I see you very much dealing potentially with a Leo or a Taurus this month. So a Taurus in particular is coming up strong for me. It seems like you're really excited and energized and motivated to do something this month, Aquarius, and it seems like you'll have an awful lot of success and recognition at the same time, especially if you're doing something that when you see these cards like the Knight of Wands, you're just so eager to do this, like you could even do it too quickly because of your eagerness. So you just want to like take your time with it, put that kind of like Virgoan perfection on it. Towards the end of the month, I really see you perfecting the final product or whatever it is that you've kind of been working on. You're really excited and motivated this month. I feel like if it's not like a Taurus you're dealing with, you are working with somebody that like really inspires you and you can learn a lot from. Like it's some sort of a mentor or guru vibe in your life. For some of you, you are like getting recognized for your physical attractiveness in a bigger way this month. Maybe you like decide to model for some sort of a swimwear catalog or something like that. So towards the end of the month, you start to see past a lot of the confusion. I feel like there was a situation where you guys were involved in something, could be work-wise, career-wise, but you never got the full information going into this situation. You were kind of thrown in the deep end in a situation, and you were like this person looking like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I'm not sure what to do here. You were like flung into a role essentially where you weren't shown or trained or something like that. That starts to ease off, and by the end of the month, this going from basically, I'm putting this around the 22nd of December, it seems like some sort of a new opportunity emerges for you and a direction forward starts to present itself, and you can see like a really workable plan, and it all seems to be coming together in a bigger way through some sort of an opportunity. Let's look at these cards together, Aquarius, and pull more to clarify. So let's continue this reading for you, Aquarius. The 10 of Cups, the Temperance, and this 10 of Swords. The 2 of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune. It was almost like a relief to you when this finally came to an end. As much as you might want to be in denial about that, Aquarius, and just pretend like this, you really didn't subconsciously or even consciously want this to come to some sort of an end, that's okay. But what has happened since this has changed now is this real sense of freedom in your circumstances. You can begin to get through the long list of things you have to do around this. You have such a high amount of stuff to do. You felt like you're at the end of your tether with something, and now that this pathway has been cleared for you, you can't help but feel like, oh, thank God, that was a relief. Like, it might just sound like now you didn't have to go to this celebration, now you didn't have to travel, like even though it was something that, you know, you probably agreed to, there was a part of you that didn't really want to. You needed to sort of bring balance into your life, and I think, Aquarius, there's probably a necessary like it's necessary for you potentially to start looking at boundaries in your life, say like over stretching yourself and saying, yes, I can make it to this, yes, I can make it to that, when really like that might not be the case at all. It does seem like you are sort of feeling, and I feel like December for you, you have very high hopes for December. The Sagittarius card, Temperance, and then Jupiter, Sagittarius as ruling planet. Maybe you're with Sagittarius people at the moment, or you're dealing with that energy and it's really inspiring to you. This is like being around very optimistic people, people that are like looking on the bright side of life, people that want to just have fun and celebrate life. Like you might be surrounded more with these types of people, or else these are qualities that are bringing out in yourself, Aquarius. And you notice the more you have this optimism and gratitude about life, that all these other opportunities just start, like as if by wheel of fortune, just like start happening for you. Always feeling like I'm so lucky more often, like wow, how lucky is this? But yeah, there was a little bit of a denial for you about the endings that have taken place for you on an emotional level, and in some sort of a breakthrough you've had mentally. If you're kind of working on reaching some sort of a breakthrough with a therapist, about something to do with your family even, or some sort of an intimate relationship, or even about somebody who has passed on to some sort of another dimension at this time, you're kind of working on some of these experiences, some of these themes perhaps with somebody, and you are relieved to be making these breakthroughs, even though part of you feels some sort of guilt or hesitation, like, should I be feeling this way? Like, does this make me a bad person? When in actual fact, it's just like something that was needed for you to break through on, so that you can start tackling, I believe, like a long list of duties ahead of you. I feel like you have all these goals and plans and aspirations, but other people's issues have been really getting you down for a while. So let's look at the Knight of Wands, the Six of Wands, and the Hierophant. Specifically, the sign of Taurus is important to me right now. For you, let's have a look at if that is becoming relevant. But it does look like you're going to be working with somebody who has the right idea this month. The right idea that helps you towards success even. So that's why it could be some sort of a mentor that becomes, even if it doesn't like seem valuable right this minute in your career, down the end or towards the finish line, you might be like, oh, I'm so glad I met that person when I did. You might have had an idea of who this could have been this year, like even in the month right gone past there, or around your birthday, Aquarius, so like November or your birthday maybe. And then we have your card, this Star card. Okay, cool. This is a beautiful month, I think, especially for like your relationships to thrive at the moment. It looks like you could do a lot of healing at this moment too, like bringing things from your past, things from your childhood to the surface again in order to be healed. It seems like that might have been something that's even come up for you a bit more. Now you're out the other end of things, and there's like a lot more optimism around you in the month of December. Overall, I feel like you're happy with how most of your relationships are going. You're in the flow of life, you're excited and you're motivated. You're meeting the right people. An opportunity should come up in some capacity this month for you to potentially, if you needed to heal anything with a friend from the past, a family member, like a sibling, if there was anything like that you needed to talk things through with anybody. The World card, your ruler Saturn represented here, Aquarius. We have your symbol up here with your sort of ripple lines here. It is really you coming into your own, and maybe you go visit somebody, bring them a nice gift, and like you just feel like such optimism restored. Maybe you ask somebody out on a date. Maybe you reconnect from somebody from your past. Maybe you're just really reimagining your values in the month of December. But overall, it looks like it's going to be a month filled with determination, meeting the right people, being motivated around your projects, and feeling very supported by people that love you. And the Star card, like I feel like these opportunities that start presenting themselves now in the month of December, Wheel of Fortune, the Star card, give you such optimism about life again. So let's see now, the Seven of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so we'll look at what we're what was the whole confusion about in the Seven of Cups, and then in what way, like, can you look out for these opportunities that you want to take towards the end of December potentially. Nine of Cups. which is a nice card too, and the Seven of Wands. At the bottom of the deck, I have the Taurus card again with the King of Pentacles. Yeah, so I am getting this Taurus person or energy, maybe just like a greater desire to accumulate wealth or to buy a property or to like luxuriate yourself or invest in some sort of a bond, or I don't know, something that's quite long-term investment, something long-term you're thinking at the moment, Aquarius. Still a really nice end to December. All in all, this has been a beautiful reading. Like, look at these cards. They're so bright, vibrant, exciting. The Ten of Swords, yeah, that looks a little dark, but to me, there's even a relief that came with you in this ending because it had been a long time brewing. Now let's get back to the Nine of Cups and the Seven of Wands. So this confusion, okay, so I feel like you had to deal with circumstances that were just sort of chaotic and messy and so just like sloppy, right? But through this, you excelled and you actually got noticed for doing such a good job. So it seems like, okay, well, you still get what you want by the end of December. You're feeling very satisfied overall, even if you have to deal with some mess or some drama. Doesn't really look like drama concerning you. It just like seems like you went in to apply for a job at a company and they were really understaffed, so you weren't trained properly, okay? Just some sort of like mess around you. It's a bit overwhelming, really. So this new opportunity that presents itself somewhere around the end of December period, Ace of Pentacles, you are like, oh, I could actually really go forward with this. The Seven of Wands seems like it's something that you would work hard at and persevere with, that you have a lot of determination around. Six of Wands leading to the Seven of Wands, and then the King of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. It looks like finances are quite supported in the end of the month as well. Okay, I'm liking that for finances coming through, even with the Ace of Pentacles. It's all looking good for me, Aquarius. I hope you have a great month. If you're interested in your astrology for December, personalized to your rising sign, there is a video on my channel called Sagittarius Season December Astrology. Go check that out. Thanks for watching.